Hey man, what's going on, peoples? Well, it's Tuesday, June 29th, and it's very late. I actually worked at a shifted shift today from 2 to 10, so starting a little bit late. But I wanted to do this because there's actually a couple of collections that have grown quite a bit since I did them last. Two of them. One is Todd Rundgren, and the other one is my Who collection. So as you can see in the title below, this is an upgraded video of what I've collected by the Who. It's expanded quite a bit. So I'm going to try to get comfortable here. And I was getting used to this stand that I have. So I actually got off of work, practiced some piano. I'm working on, there's a bunch of different songs that I'm working on, but I'm trying to do, I want to redo Bowie's Changes, and I wanted to do a version of Dr. Wu by Steely Dan. Those two piano parts are really cool. They're a lot of fun to play. So eventually I'll probably be doing a video, probably through a cappella, of those two songs. I'll probably just do keyboards and vocals. Maybe I'm going to try to add drums, but drums is a problem because I keep clipping the levels when I play the drums. And I got to figure out I need a better system, really. But anyway, that's not why you're here. You're here to learn about this expanded Who collection. And so I'm probably going to breeze through some of the ones that are on the old video. Again, the first ones that I have, the first four are a beautiful collection of the first four domestic Who albums that I have, which is My Generation. This is stereo pressing. But it's an early, it might not be a first pressing, but it's an early, obviously it's a pretty early pressing. It's not a later pressing, it's on Decca Records. And, oh hell. Am I gonna really abbreviate this? Because I'm really proud of this collection. Right, here's the original inner sleeve, so you could tell it's an oldie. Maybe not a first pressing, but it's among the early pressings with this beautiful Decca label, and it is in impeccable condition. I'm very proud of this, and I think it sounds great. Okay, maybe it's mono processed for stereo or whatever the heck it is. You know what? I don't even know if that's true. I don't know if it's the highs are in one channel and the lows are in the other, but I don't know. Sounds pretty good to me. And so, I'm real happy to have this in my collection. I absolutely love that there's no ringware on that cover. It just looks gorgeous. And so, it's actually one of my favorite. It's actually one of my favorite albums that I own. And of course, it ends with Instant Party, which is so beautiful, or Circles, depending on the release that you're looking at. But they call it Instant Party on here, as you can see. The very last song, Instant Party. All right, so there's my Generation. Here is Happy Jack. All right, so it's all a little bit mangled in the back with some extra ink on the top because some guy named Terry Smith, I guess, wanted to. I don't know what Terry Smith was doing. Maybe he was a DJ. I don't know, who the hell knows, because he circled Happy Jack and Run, Run, Run. Maybe he just liked those songs a real lot. But at least Terry took care of his records, because this record's in great shape. Here's the inner sleeve. It's actually got some kind of horrible stain on it, I just noticed. Wow, look at that. So, but maybe he wasn't taking good care of his records, or at least the inner sleeve, but look at this record. In beautiful shape, as you can probably see. There, you can see everything going on here in my room. All right. Oh man, should have got a lined sleeve for that. I'll have to do that some other time. I'm not going to do that during this video. Get lined sleeves. Most of them are going to have lined sleeves anyway. And there's this one. It's a bit of a cutout. True, but it's still a beautiful, beautiful copy. Of Who Sell Out. On Decca, of course. Oops. Of course. I just played this one actually probably about 2 months ago. I was really into wanting to hear this. And I cranked up this record and it just sounded beautiful. I love this album, The Who Sell Out. I think a lot of Who fans are very fond of this album. I certainly know a bunch that are, and I would fall into that same group because it's such a damn good album. It's really fucking great. And then, of course, Magic Bus, this rushed collection. That the Who didn't take too kindly to, maybe because of the fact that it seemed a little bit deceptive. They're making it sound like it's a live album, The Who on Tour, which it certainly is not. But I still like the cover. I like this record. There are some cool tracks on here. I mean, it would have been a collection I would have wanted to score when I was, if I was a kid back in 67, 68. Well, I was a kid actually back in 67 and 68, if I was a kid. But I wasn't buying albums back then. Yeah, The Who on tour. Come on, guys, you know, that's not cool. So, excuse me while I get some liquid nourishment. All right. Then, of course, there's this re-release from 1980 of The Who's My Generation. This is the British a re-release on Virgin Records, as it says right there. And as I tried to say in the previous video, this is... The word about this album is that it's rather known to wear rather quickly. I don't know what they're talking about because I've played this at least, I don't know, 5 or 6 times since I've owned it. Because there is a difference in the track listing, you know, versus the American release. You got I'm a Man is on here. And you don't have circles. You have a longer version of The Kids Are All Right. A little extra bit of a drum break. And so, you know, I used to play this quite a bit, at least 5 or 6 times, probably more than that, probably like, I don't know, 8 or 10 times. And I did play it, I don't know, a little while ago, probably about 3 or 4 months ago. And I don't hear any problems with it, so I don't know. All right, at any rate, here is the re-release of the mono mix of My Generation. I know this was in the last video as well, and this is a 3-record set. Well, let's go ahead and pull out the disc 1 and see how beautiful it is. I would have loved to have had an original early pressing of a British copy on Brunswick. It's just so beautiful. Now, of course, this is a re-release, and it says UMC with that little white bar there. That's kind of ugly looking, but I think I can live with that. Anyway, this is really nice, man. This is the original. I mean, the first album is the original. It's like the original album with all those very same tracks. And of course, it's remastered. And remixed. Are some differences. Ooh. And then disc 2, bonus mono tracks, and disc 3 is the Primal Scoop. Those are those 11 demos that Pete did. And this is what I did last time. I just showed you. There's disc 1. There's disc 2. And there is disc 3. And this is beautiful. This is a real nice release. All right. 3 discs, so it's pretty fat. So this is a little bit of a tight fit, but anyway, it's in there. It's back in there. And now we're getting to one of the new ones. You know, when I got the mono package, I didn't realize that the stereo package came with different tracks. This is a 2-record set. All right, so in stereo, as you can see, but the bonus stereo tracks are very different, and I didn't realize it. And so here's the track listing of the first album. Of course, that's the same as ever, but here are the bonus tracks for the stereo set here. And so you can see that they're very different. And it's always nice to have I Don't Mind and The Good's Gone, the full-length versions of those 2 songs. An alternate take of Out in the Street, which is cool. Instrumental version of My Generation. That's probably one thing I could do without, I suppose, but it's kind of neat. Alternate take of The Kids Are All Right. And then I think all these other tracks are probably available on earlier releases, but these are all remastered, so it's a lower generation of My Generation in stereo. And that's kind of cool. In fact, that's real cool. Right? Right? Yeah, here's another new one. I thought this was awesome. Live at Monterey. I've seen other videos with people showing off some of their Who items, and I saw this one and I said, holy shit, I gotta get that. How cool is that? So it was Who in Monterey. I was trying to find out who licensed this, but I don't know. Anyway, here's the back of it. Okay, there's your track listing, if you can see it. If you want to freeze it. If you're a Who fan, you probably are totally aware of this anyway. Maybe you didn't buy it. If you didn't, here's what the inner bag looks like. The inner sleeve that the record came in. And here is the album itself. The album's beautiful. Man, look at that, huh? God bless America. Now, I think that's awesome. I'm a big fan of colored vinyl. Me and Beetle Brad, and there's a lot of other people who love colored vinyl, and I have to admit, man, I'm a real sucker for this kind of thing. So you get Substitute, Summertime Blues, and Pictures of Lily on side 1. Side 2 is a quick one while he's away, so you got a nice long track there that's about 8.5 minutes. Happy Jack and My Generation. And the sound quality, I guess they captured the sound quite well on here. I know Pete wasn't real happy with, well, I guess the whole band wasn't real happy with the sound quality at the show, because they were working with they weren't working with their own equipment. They were stuck with some weaker amps and stuff. It wasn't their stuff. But the show must go on. And I thought that this was a nice little package that celebrates that particular show. And I love the look of that record, man. That's real beautiful. So there's that. All right, and now here's another copy of a quick one. This is a pressing from, oh shit, I can't remember what year this was. But I just picked this up. This is actually a mono repress. And I really wanted to get a mono repress because now look at that. You'd think it was Japanese with that inner sleeve. Got that little rice paper thing happening. Beautiful. With the reaction label, and I just think that that's really cool. And I'll tell you, I was real happy to get a mono pressing because I never did have, well, I have it on CD, but I did want to get it on LP. I have a stereo pressing. Actually, I have 2 copies in stereo. I got my the domestic release here, and then I have the 70s re-release on MCA, those double albums, which you will see again because I am showing the whole collection. And I like hearing the differences in the mix, man, and you can hear them. That's kind of cool. Like you hear differences in the guitar parts. Some of them are different. Oh, I hate that this thing gets mangled when you try to put it back in here. That's an OCD thing that's driving me fucking nuts. Oh my God. That is so not cool. I don't know. That's the one thing about Japanese. Why not take that rice paper and put it in something more solid? Glue it in a piece of paper so it doesn't get mangled like that. Maybe I'll do that myself. Anyway, this was beautiful. I just scored this about a month ago, and as soon as I got it, I was so happy to hear this. It's absolutely beautiful. Classic Records, 140 gram release. I don't know if there's anything, you know, there's probably a couple other mono mixes out there that were re-releases, recent re-releases, and I don't know if they're any better than this or if this is the best. I don't know, but it's great. It's real nice. All right, and of course, now we're up to the Who Sellout, and of course, any Who fan is aware of these stereo and mono albums, sets that came out. And this is the Mono Deluxe Remastered Edition. That's beautiful. When this came out, I said, "Holy shit! I have to get them. I have to get all of this. I have to get this whole thing." So I did score the CD package, that box set, and here is side one. All right, it's beautiful, deep red record, and of course, oh, and here's the label for side two. Heinz baked beans, right. Here's the inner sleeve. The original album in mono. Here's side one of the inner sleeve. Pete's notes. I haven't even read this yet. And here is the other thing that you got. I have 3 copies of this thing now. I never had a copy of this original poster. Now I got 3. I'm not complaining, I swear. I'm really not complaining about it. This is real cool. This way, if one gets messed up, I got 2 more. And they're not going to get messed up. They're going to go right back in the package that they came in. So here, you want to see this? Can you see it? Can you see the whole thing? Can you see the real me? Right. It's beautiful. It's cool because you think it's upside down, and then you know, because the face, and then you see it's upside down because of the, you know, the lettering. Awesome though. This is something I couldn't show you in that last video. Anyway, the inner bag, as it were, has notes by Pete. I haven't even read these notes yet. Unless it's the same notes in the CD box set. In that case, I guess I have read these notes, if they're the same. Because when I got that box set, I just sat down and I just went through the whole thing, page by page. It's just nice. It's beautiful. I can't recommend, you know, getting either one of these albums or both. The albums and the CD package. If you can swing it, swing it. Do it. Get it. It's awesome. Here's the inside. This beautiful gatefold, which is also new to the Who Sellout package. This was never a gatefold. And the bonus tracks in mono are Pictures of Lily, the original UK track single mix, Doctor Doctor, The Last Time, Under My Thumb, I Can See for Miles, Marianne with the Shaky Hand, that's the original US Decca single mix, and then Someone's Coming, the original US Decca single mix. And all those previous tracks are the original UK track single mix. I don't know if there's any difference in the American mix, but they're just specifying what it is, so I'm telling you what they said. So that's side 3, and then side 4 is an unused Radio London jingle. Here's the latest word, and then it goes into Early Morning Cold Taxi, so they kept with the original concept. Another unused Radio London bulletin link. Stand by, here's a Radio London news bulletin, and then Jaguar, the original 1967 mono mix. Both of those tracks are mono mixes. Have You Heard, another unused Radio London jingle, and then Tattoo, an alternate 1967 mono mix. And then Rail, a New York early rough mix of Rail, which is almost 6 minutes long. Then a Sun Equipment promo, a bunch of Sun Equipment promo spots that add up to about 2.5 minutes. And then the Great Shakes ad, which has been bootlegged and was previously released on some other package. So yeah, it's kind of cool, man. This that rough mix of Rail is previously unreleased. So there you have it. This is the mono mixes. Oh, and yeah, just so you can see what it looks like, the second album. It's this wild looking orange thing, and there's side 4, sides 3 and 4. All right. So the actual records are just beautiful and nice and quiet. I was real pleased with this package and the actual sound quality of the albums because they're nice and quiet. You know, when you pay through the nose to get everything that they put out, man, you want it to be quiet. I was pleased. I was real happy. But look, here it is again, the stereo package. So, okay, this is black vinyl. Totally different inner sleeve, and it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful shot. And so if you want to know, the bonus tracks, Marianne with the Shaky Hand, US single version, Someone's Coming, Summertime Blues, Glittering Girl, Early Morning Cold Taxi, Girl's Eyes, and then side 4 is Coke After Coke, which you probably are aware of that. Sodding About, which was released on, I think, a Tommy CD remaster. Things Go Better with Coke, In the Hall of the Mountain King, Jaguar, and Rail, the IBC remake, which was 6 minutes and 26 seconds long. So you got all kinds of cool stuff on here. I mean, if you're a Who fan, you're going to want this package. You're going to want this these records. You want them. You know you do, right? All right, here are the 1970, what year was it that these came out? These were compiled and came out in, I don't know if it was 73 or 76. I don't know when these came out. But anyway, the deluxe set, 2 complete albums. And, yeah, My Generation and Magic Bus. All right. I'm not going to open these up again. If you're a Who fan, you probably saw these. And if you're a Who fan, okay, here's a quick one, Happy Jack and the Who Sell Out. And of course, these are stereo mixes packaged together back in the 70s. And the one thing that I thought was interesting was how on this particular package, a quick one, Happy Jack, includes Heat Wave. All right, domestic pressings didn't have, domestic early pressings didn't have Heat Wave, but it's on here. You know, it's a good question. Why did they remove Heat Wave? Because that was on side 1 anyway. And then side 2 has Happy Jack, but they took off Heat Wave to make room for Happy Jack. That makes no sense. So, I don't know. We could sit here and ponder that. Okay, we're done. Enough of that. So, all right, everyone who knows that there were tons of deals, licensing deals to other labels to re-release and re-release their catalog like crazy, and they came out in all kinds of different configurations. This is one of them. Stereo mix, also playable on mono, and this was printed in the Netherlands. Does that mean this was a Netherlands pressing, or German pressing, or what was printed in the Netherlands? Just the cover? Why I oughta... Made in Holland. Okay, got it. So it's a Holland. The record's Holland pressing, and you get you get all kinds of, this is a weird compilation. Bucket T, I'm a Boy, Pictures of Lily. I have a feeling that I'm a Boy is the single mix, the older single mix, and not the one from Meaty Beaty Big and Bouncy. Pictures of Lily, Doctor Doctor, I Can See for Miles, and Substitute. So you have this is a weird collection of songs, weird compilation. Then Happy Jack, The Last Time, In the City, Call Me Lightning, Marianne with the Shaky Hand, and Dogs. And I don't think that version of Marianne with the Shaky Hand is a single mix. I think it's actually I think it's the same version as what's on Sellout. But you know what? I can't say for certain because it's been a while since I've played this one. An import album from Gem Records, South Plainfield, New Jersey. Anybody remember these guys? I think I talked about this in the last video too. Man, I love Gem Records, and I remember their catalogs from when I was, from the mid-70s. Here's another compilation. I think this was French. It's gotta be. Impact Records. Oh my God. Yep, made in France. Impact Records. I don't know, man. I get a kick out of checking out these different labels. And these weren't, this compilation and the other one I just showed you, they weren't expensive. They were $4 or $5. Imports, $4 or $5, and they're actually clean pressings. I don't know if the mixes are. I mean, they sound good to me, man. They didn't sound mangled or anything. This was published in 1971. Sure, that makes sense. Right after Who's Next? Everybody is in love with the Who. Let's face it, Who's Next? What pimply kid in the 70s didn't have a copy of Who's Next? Everybody had it. So you get side one of Who Sell Out on this album, and then you get tracks from I think it's side one of A Quick One on side two of this album. So it's really a weird compilation, man. I don't understand it. All right, and then of course Tommy. This is a British pressing on Track Records. And this one I just played not too long ago, as a matter of fact. And man, that felt good to listen to this. And of course, like I said, Track Records. And it's in great shape. I have taken great care of this album, and it sounds beautiful. It sounds like the first day that I got it. It's real clean, and it just sounds fantastic. Keith Moon's drums, they jump out at you and they hit you in your face. And you don't complain because you love it. It feels good, and it sounds even better. Right? It's true. Admit it. You know I'm not lying. All right, beautiful. Track Records. I love this album. God, I love this record. Here's that box set from Ode Records. I think it's Ode. Yep, Ode Records. Carole King's, the same label that Carole King is on, Ode Records. All right, I think I showed you this last time. You get maybe I didn't. All right, here's the inside. I don't think I showed you that. Showed this off like I'm doing right now. Just got to make sure I don't lose that record. And so there's your pinball machine, right? I know I showed off this book. This is real. You know, they did a classy job, I gotta say. Look at this. I don't think that I really showed this book off properly. I was kind of a dick about it and looked at it myself, and you guys just looked at me looking at it. But look at that. That cool paper. Look at that illustration. It's kind of cool. It's not Mick and Ernie. I don't think it is anyway. You know what? Maybe it is. For all I know, maybe it is. I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of cool though. Look at this. Look at that. Right? And this. You get the lyrics, of course, too. Look at that. Huh? Pictures of Lily. I don't know what that is. And there is a version of Sparks. That's what I should really check out, at least. Wow, this is kind of cool. This is kind of cool. Look at that. And then that, here, check that out. Somebody set that up real nice. I don't know where that was taken, but that was set up and looks really cool. And then if you zoom in, there's your pinball machine. So shit's happening already. Another shot of a pinball machine in an odd environment, right? Yeah, I always left my pinball machine right out back in the woods, you know. This way my parents didn't know if I was playing it. Wouldn't get in trouble because I wasn't doing my homework. Of course. And then, here you go. Some odd back street in Brooklyn, of course. Or maybe it's London. Who the hell knows where that is? And then there's this guy. Cousin Kevin. Yeah, this is weird because the order of the song seems like it might be kind of all over the place. Well, maybe not. Maybe not so much. That looks like the cover of a John Entwistle album, quite frankly. If you remove that pinball machine, whistle rhymes, right? And there's your Acid Queen. All right, anyway, there's a whole bunch of cool illustrations in here with pinball machines in odd places, and it's kind of cool. But let's move on. I don't know if you wanted to see the rest of that booklet. You can complain on the in the comments, because I don't know. I want to make sure that I get this done before it's already been 42 minutes, and I want to try to get this done before an hour is up. And I don't know if that's going to happen, but we'll see. All right, here's a excerpts from that same thing on Pickwick Records. You don't need to see this, right? Still got a bunch of stuff here. Live at Leeds. This is my original pressing. I know it's not a first pressing because it's got that red print on the front, but it is a complete pressing of Live at Leeds with all the inserts. All the inserts, including this beautiful thing. This never did hang on a wall. I never hung this up. You see it? Huh? Beautiful. This stayed right here with the album, and I'm so glad that I didn't. I mean, it was tempting to want to put this up for sure, but got all the inserts, all 12. Well, 13 including the album, but all these cool inserts. Yeah, this looks like, I believe that's Woodstock. I think that there's a similar shot in Odds and Sods. You know what? When we get to Odds and Sods, I'll pull that poster out and double check it. Anyway, how beautiful is this? And then the record itself, which came in, because this is an import, it came in a lined sleeve. Because the Brits are beautiful, and they actually shelled out a few bucks, a few more pennies, so you could preserve it in a lined sleeve. But anyway, My Generation and Magic Bus. And I love the original mix of Magic Bus with that little piece that goes backwards before it really kicks into gear. How cool is that? And all the remastered versions, they fixed that little problem, and man, I loved it. I love that original mix. So I don't have it on CD, but I do have it here on LP, and I'm real happy to have it on LP. Real glad. So let's put this away. Put this back where it belongs. When you have a staple in your album cover and it's supposed to be there, it does concern, two staples. It does concern me a little bit, but I guess that plastic will protect it. Oh my God, this is new too. What is it? Oh my God, it's beautiful. Live at Leeds. And okay, this is a half Speedmaster from Abbey Road, 3 LP edition. The complete 33 track set from Leeds University. Oh my God. It's beautiful. Here's the track listing. Come on, you know what's on here. You know what they played at Leeds if you're a Who fan, right? You know. And if you don't know, you can always look it up. Crackling noises, okay, do not correct. Here you go, right? And of course it starts off with Heaven and Hell, I Can't Explain, Fortune Teller, Tattoo, Young Man Blues, Substitute, Happy Jack, I'm a Boy, A Quick One While He's Away. Haven't even gotten to any of the original tracks yet. Oh. Young Man Blues. I take that back. Silly bastard that I am. What's going on with my, here. That was odd. This is a neat, really beautiful package because, again, you have notes on your inner bags or your inner sleeves. Ah, it's awesome. Awesome package. Oh. One of the things that I decided to keep with that package is this thing. The Who from the Bush to the World. I don't remember where I got this book from, man. I don't remember where I got this from. This was something that came out back in the 90s because it's talking about Pete Townshend's Lifehouse. It's now a reality, available as a 6 CD box set from the official website. So I don't know where I got this from, but Jesus, look at this. You know, if you're a record collector, see, this is the kind of thing I like. I love stuff like this. Love it. Who doesn't like this if you're a record collector? I don't remember where I got this book from. Oh, man. Anyway, it's a beautiful package. It drives me nuts because it came with that OBI strip. Well, I'm calling it an OBI strip. You know, it's not an actual Japanese OBI strip. Usually it doesn't wrap around the end of the album like this one does. And being the kind of collector I am, I'm trying to keep the packaging as intact. Polydor Records. Trying to keep it as intact as possible. And sometimes it's a challenge, you know? All right, so there you go. I got it back together somehow. It's sticking up a little bit, but I guess that'll be all right. God, I got problems. I gotta go talk to my therapist. It's been about 50 minutes. I don't think I had this one. This is obviously new. I think this is too, The Who at the Isle of Wight. And I think, yeah, this is on Earmark Records. You know, I have another album on Earmark Records, and this is I think this is an Italian release, an Italian record label. They got the license for this. The Who live at the Isle of Wight. Earmark Records. I have Todd Rundgren's Liar album. It's a 2-record set on Earmark Records, and the problem I have with it is that the mix, I mean the way that they mastered it, it's kind of crummy because the way it was mastered, they used the tape or the mix that the US CD was released on, and there's some crossfading and blah blah blah, so it's kind of sad. Here, what am I doing? Here, I'm not showing you this. I'm talking about Todd. Sorry, I forgot where I was. Anyway, here is this package ain't so bad, you know, because it's a live, it's a multiple disc live album. There's 3 albums, I think, in here. And there's 3 albums. So it's cool. Does it have the actual track listing? That's what I want to do, is just show you what the track listing is. Yeah, here you go. So the first 3 sides are right there. I hope that you can read that. And that's the second batch of tracks. You can look this up online, I'm sure, if you really want to know. If you can't freeze that, or if that's blurry, just look it up and you can find out the way the tracks are laid out. And if you're familiar with the yeah, it's cool, man. I mean, you get Water. Side B starts with Water, and then it starts with Tommy, and they put it all. So this is all in order. So if that's what you're looking for and you want it on vinyl, Earmark Records out of Italy has got it for you. Here's Meaty Beaty Big and Bouncy. This is my original Decca pressing. I've had this since I was in high school, and it still is in beautiful shape. Of course, this is really important for Magic Buzz and for I'm a Boy, but it's a great compilation that's got all the singles, the important singles like Can't Explain, The Kids Are All Right, Happy Jack, I Can See for Miles, Pictures of Lily, My Generation, The Seeker, and Anyway, Anyhow, Anywhere, Pinball Wizard, A Legal Matter, Boris the Spider, the Magic Bus they call it, and this is the long version of the Magic Bus. It's so long they even made the title longer, The Magic Bus, and then there's Substitute, and then I'm a Boy, and this is not the single version of I'm a Boy that came out in the UK. This is a different recording altogether, and it's the one that I was familiar with. And then when I started hearing the single version, I was like, what's that? But they're both great versions. But I think I have to admit, I think I like this version better. Me, the big and bouncy version is I don't know, maybe it's just because I'm more familiar with it in the first place, but I actually think it's a better recording. For those who disagree, I'm very sorry. All right, this is a Decca pressing of Who's Next. It's in great shape, but this is my man. I have a lot of presents of Who's Next. This is my preferred copy of Who's Next. This is on Track Records. There's no way I'm going to be done in 4 minutes. 3 minutes, no way. This is going to go for a while. Beautiful. And it is in impeccable shape, because I don't mess around and screw up my albums and loan them to people who fuck them up. That's what you're supposed to do, man, when you're a kid, and somehow I managed to do that. Right? On Track Records. Here is a repress, Who's Next, and I know I showed this off last time. I'm showing it off again. And what is this? Being analog. MCA returns to vinyl. And yeah, here's that inner sleeve. I mean, that's a hype sticker. You know what? I should try to peel it off and see if I can put it on the, which is what I always do. I never did try to do that yet. Anyway, so this is an MCA heavy vinyl release. And they took weird how this was in there. See, it's got a weird label, MCA. It's an MCA product. Heavy vinyl. And if I remember correctly, this is relatively quiet, and it damn well better be. I'll tell you, you know, I was attracted to this because it's a gatefold package. And so, this thing's so weird. This is a weird package, I have to admit. I don't even understand how you put this in here. Look at this. Like, this is, here's the writing. This is the way the writing is, right? But when you open this up, there's this folder in here, and there's this. I mean, are you supposed to put the album in here like this? I don't understand what they're thinking. I just don't get this. Do you see this? Do you see what I'm dealing with here? I don't know. This is a real odd package. Here's the inner gatefold. And of course, this is beautiful. I thought this was real nice. Nothing wrong with that. Perfect. A perfect shot of Keith and the gang and just, you know, that you expect. But I don't know what's going on with this inner thing. I don't get it. And it's upside down. The writing's upside down. So I don't know. I don't know what's the deal there. So anyway, I'm putting it back. Okay, it's only been an hour. I've only gotten through about half of my records, so it's gonna be 2 hours. Here is a version of Who's Next. It's a triple album set. Polydor released this out of England and back in 2003. And you get, it's cool because you get the original album, then you get the New York Plant Record Plant Sessions tracks, then you get the Young Vic three sides worth of live material at the Young Vic, and so it's a beautiful package. Actually, I believe it's still available. And here is the inside. Got some notes from Pete. Talks about how the, talks about the whole mess. All right, so now here's a Japanese compilation, no OBI strip. I remember saying that I did pick this up in New Brunswick, New Jersey. Great record store there. Man, right now the name of that record store escapes me, but this is real nice. No OBI strip. Dust. No OBI strip, but these albums, the two albums that are in here, this is a great compilation that came out after Who's Next, and yeah, it's cool because you got some odd single tracks like In the City, Dogs, and Call Me Lightning, and Run Run Run, and In the City, and Heat Wave, and yeah, The Seeker's not on here. Huh? Oh, it is on here. It's on side one. I'm a Boy, Substitute, Magic Bus, The Seeker, Dogs, and Call Me Lightning. Huh. All right, so anyway, it's a cool comp, but the records themselves are beautiful. This is a real quiet pressing. There's no OBI strip, but the records were not hurt in any way. This is the one 12-inch single that I got. This came out in '76, I believe. To help promote a greatest hits package in England that was on Polydor. And so it's just Substitute. And the B-side is I'm a Boy. Again, I believe it's the version from Meaty Beaty Big and Bouncy, I'm a Boy, and Pictures of Lily. So you get three tracks on here. So it's actually it's an EP, if you want to get technical about it. But how cool. When I saw this, I was like, wow, 12-inch Who single, how cool is that? And it's the only one that I have. I don't have anything else like any later stuff. All right, so that's this. Here's an Australian comp. The Who Joined Together Rarities. This is actually an annoying package, I have to say, because first of all, it's real noisy, and second of all, it's got shorter versions of some of the songs. They're kind of short. Like, I Don't Even Know Myself, I don't even think is the whole single version. And it's like, good God, man, what are you doing? This was in Australia. It says marketed in Australasia by Polygram Records. I guess that means, I don't know. You know what? I don't know what that means. But I'm telling you right now, if you see this, if you want to pick it up, go for it. But I think that you might be disappointed. Hate to say that. Here is Who's Missing. I still have yet to get Two's Missing. I don't know if I'm going to bother. This came out in, was it 85. I wanted to get Two's Missing because I just wanted to get the set, you know, Who's Missing and Two's Missing, and it's like having the rarities package, but it's like much better than, you know, like I Don't Even Know Myself on here is the 5-minute version. It's the full version of it. So anyway, here's, if you're not familiar with this, this is Who's Missing, and if you want, here's the track list. All right. Right. Okay. And it's in pretty nice shape. I got that secondhand about 2 or 3 years ago. Quadrophenia. What can you say about Quadrophenia? This is a great album. It's one of my favorite Who albums, of course. And it's an absolute masterpiece. I know some people bitch about it, and I don't get why. There's some things that they don't like about this album. What's not to like? It's got an amazing synthesizer. Oh, wow. I actually put my initials on the back of this. Oh, my God. I don't even want to go on. All right. I mean, this is just a great album. It's a perfect album. This, the records are meant, this is, the actual package here is getting slightly beat up. There's something else in here, too. Oh, just the booklet. Okay, never mind. It comes with the book. If you're a Who fan and you don't know what this album is, you're not a Who fan. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me. So anyway, it's like a perfect Who album. There's nothing wrong with this record. Everybody's on all cylinders, you know. Keith Moon was fantastic on here. Here is Odds and Sods, an original copy. And I have 2 copies of it, and they're both cutouts. This was not selling, so a lot of times when you see this, it's a cutout. And but it's such a great album. The songs that are on here, a lot of Lifehouse tracks that were not used, and are just fantastic. All right, here's the poster that comes with it, and I guess it's such a weird poster the way they folded it and stuck it in there, because it's not folded in half. It's obviously, I don't know what I was thinking, because the one from Live at Leeds doesn't look anything like this. So I had memory failure, apparently. So you can see what this is looking like. And something shit's going on. I don't know what. Looks like Pete's doing a magic trick. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know. Again, this was a poster that didn't hang on the wall. Here's the insert that comes with this, with all the lyrics. And there are some notes right here from Pete, talking about each song. Humorous notes by Pete. Notes by Pete, even though it was John who found all these tracks and compiled this album. So, and Pete mentions that right in the notes. So anyway, this is my Odds and Sods album, or one of two. Because it was a cutout, it was very inexpensive, and I guess I was so excited I bought two, and I don't know why. But I've had these since high school. Hell, since junior high, I think I've had these. Right? Here's copy number 2. And here's another copy of it, but this is different. You can see that this is a record store day item from 2 years ago. Or from last year. And let's just pull this out real carefully. This is nice, man, I have to say. Ah, here, look at this. Huh? Some more notes. This is nice, but I'll tell you what, man. I would have been a little bit happier if what they did was they took the mixes, the extended mixes that came out on the CD from back in 1996. They remastered Odds and Sods, and they changed the order of the tracks so that they were... I'm out of music too. Here, just put it back on again. It's just ambient noise, just so I'm not all like it's real quiet in here, which I don't like. But anyway, the way that they remastered the Odds and Sods in '96, it filled up a CD, and they found a whole bunch of other great tracks, and they used extended mixes when they could of the original Odds and Sods tracks. It was in chronological order, and that's what they did. That would have made a perfect package. And if they wanted to add a few more tracks, fine. You know, because a CD is normally, well, you can't go any longer than 80 minutes. In most cases, it's under 80 minutes. But you can fit 22 minutes on a side. So they would have had room to put more music on if they wanted to. Anyway, enough of my bitching. This is still kind of cool. What they did was they kept the original track order on this first record. Okay? So, and I think that, and they used different mixes. I'm sure of that they used different mixes. There's some other little sounds and stuff that you hear on here that I remember when I listened to this, I was very surprised. It was so surprising. But I was disappointed because the length of the of some of the tracks of the original album, they didn't take advantage of the longer remastered tracks on the CD, and I thought that was kind of a drag. I mean, you know, I would have liked to have all those longer remastered tracks on a vinyl album. And here you had the opportunity to do that, and they just didn't do it. The second album has all these additional tracks, and this is great. Zoot Suit, Here 'Tis, Leavin' Here, Baby Don't You Do It, Young Man Blues, Dogs Part 2, Here for More, The Seeker, We're talking about just B-sides. Dogs Part 2 and Here for More. These are just B-sides. And it's great to have it on here, but I don't know. Heaven and Hell, I Don't Even Know Myself. When I Was a Boy, Wasp Man, We Close Tonight, which is cool. And Water. But what about the tracks on the remastered CD from '96? What about all these tracks? I continue to bitch about that, about this strange package, because this compilation is an odd one. Odds and sods, yeah. But this is odd in a not a good way. At any rate, I still got it because it's this beautiful, well, I got it because I didn't know what I was going to get, actually, I should say. And it's cool, man. I like it. I like having those B-sides. I don't know. I just think I would have liked it more had they used the original, the remastered tracks from 1996's CD. That would have made more sense to me. Right? That's it. That's all I'm going to say about it. I did pick this up as well. The Who BBC Sessions. This is new, and well, it's new since I made that last video. This is a 2-record set, and here's your inner sleeve for the first record. I mean, these packages are beautiful, man. I love what they've been putting out. This is actually from, you know, I don't know when this compilation was released. Let's see. 2000. Holy crap. It's so old. From 2000? Really? And I got this 2 or 3 years ago. No, couldn't have been, because I didn't have it. I don't think it's on the old video. So anyway, here's what it looks like. Here's the label. Disc 1, side 1. Beautiful. Disc 1, side 2. All right, they look identical, so. And I think it's the same thing with the second disc. I think so. Yeah. Sound-wise, I'm pleased with this. If there's any issues with it, if other people have complaints about it, I don't know. I'm real happy with this, man. I love this package. All right, so that's Who at the BBC. Here is the movie version of Tommy. God, this is probably the most beat up record that I have by these guys. I'm not going to pull this out. You know this, right? Let's cut to the chase here. Here is my MCA Records version of The Who by Numbers. No, I did not connect the dots. A collector would never connect the dots. The worst thing I ever did was put my initials on the back of Quadrophenia, I think it was. Man, I can't believe I did that. This is another version of Who by Numbers. This is an RCA pressing, and it's so bizarre because I remember saying in the previous video, I forgot, I thought this was from Yugoslavia or something. I didn't understand this label. It says Neon This is side 1 of the album. Here you can see it's RCA. And I just think this is awesome. I love that. I love that label. All right, but anyway, and when I play if I want to hear this album, this is the one I reach for. Just so I can look at that neon label spinning around before I put the needle down. What a beautiful pressing. That's so cool. RCA Records, huh? Go figure that. Here is Who Are You? It's my Canadian pressing. I believe this is a Canadian pressing on red vinyl. Back in the late 70s, mid to late 70s, colored vinyl, man. MCA was putting out, Steely Dan was on ABC, and they did switch to MCA later, but it was all their ABC releases that were in colored vinyl. Anyway, and it sounds great. It sounds good. It's good pressing. So, yeah, this Who collection, for people who like colored vinyl, I'll tell you what, they really amped it up with some recent releases, man. There's no doubt about it. Here is The Kids Are All Right. Here's the cool booklet that comes with it, of course, you know. Oh, this is 3 and 4, sides 3 and 4. Custom labels that look like a movie reel, and of course they're disappearing here. This is side 3, and look, side 4, you're pretty much at the end. There's no more tape or celluloid. I think that they have re-released The Kids Are All Right with on colored vinyl, and I have not picked it up. Wait a minute, let's put reel 1 and 2 at the front here. My OCD kicking in. Booklet. Get in there. All right. All right. All right, here's my Face Dances album. I've had this album since it came out. And I don't think I pulled, oh wow, what the hell is this? You know what? How cool is this? I don't remember having these. These prints, these photographs. They're in a check this shit out. I didn't even realize I had these. And I don't know when I got these. Where did I get these from? I have no clue, and I know I didn't show these when I was showing this album off last time. Ain't that something? And then I got something from a look at this guy. Wow, how cool is this? You know, when you keep stuff in your albums and then you open up your album and you go, wow, I don't remember this. That's always kind of cool. Yeah, this album came with this poster, and I hung this poster, I have to admit, when I was in college. I went and put this up, but it didn't get too beat up, so I still have the original poster. It's just got little shit on the back of it from when I used that stuff to hang it on the wall. And wow, man. That's kind of cool. That's cool. I got all kinds of crap in here. Here's the here's the here's the inner sleeve. Got the words. Got some credits. Here's the album. It's an aligned sleeve. Warner Brothers. Right? Awesome. So, but this, I don't remember these photographs. Let me put that inside here. So the original inner sleeve to keep them from just flopping around. And yeah, this poster, I might as well put this in here too. Let's go ahead and store it in here. Wow, it's pretty awesome. I gotta say, I must say. All right, so that is my original pressing of Face Dances, right? But you know damn well that I picked up the new one, and I had to get this because, well, it's colored vinyl. But what, you know, the let's face it, I wanted the 2-record set, right? I was thinking that maybe it was you played the records on 45. No, that's not it at all. The first album is the original album. And it's beautiful. All right, so here's your first album. Nice label, nice custom label. Right? It's beautiful. There were a couple of noises on here, couple of clicks, and I was a little bit like, you know, I clean these things off, man, when I get these things. Excuse me. But still have some audible, you know, and that's kind of a drag. But here is Face Dances Part 3. And this is a bunch of side 3. That's this side. Is a bunch of, well, 5 studio tracks, 2 of which were never released before. And like a different version of Don't Let Go of the Coat that that Pete sings. Pretty cool. Very cool, actually. And then side 4, and it's funny because I listened to this album, but I did not play the live side, which is side 4. Don't Let Go of the Coat, You Better You Bet, The Quiet One, and Another Tricky Day. I just, for whatever reason, I didn't play it. So I have yet to explore side 4. All right. Probably be doing that one day very soon. I don't know when, but I will do it one day down the road. I just think that this is beautiful back. Now, these little OBI things drive me to frickin' drink, man, but yet I still put it in there, and look at that. I matched it right up. See, I turned it into a little game. Oh, shit. Then there's this album. Darren Locke cracked me up on his review of the newer release when he said it's hard to listen to. It is hard to listen to. This is very, I like Eminence Front. I know that Darren, he's not even really a fan of Eminence Front. I like Eminence Front. That's a hypnotic, it's got that hypnotic groove, and I just think it's a great song. Beyond that, Athena puts me off, man. I don't know. I don't like it. Sorry. If you like it, good. Me? It's hard to listen to. It is. There are songs on here. I suppose, one day I'm going to have to crank this up. If they re-release it, and I have a feeling that they're going to do that, I'll check it out. Meanwhile, I agree with Darren Locke. It's hard to listen to. Hey, there's only a few albums left. And here is another new one. After I did the last video, I picked up a copy of this, Endless Wire. And I got a chance to listen to this when I first got it. And I have to admit that breaking it into 4 sides made it a lot easier to listen to. And it's not that hard to listen to. I actually enjoyed it. And I like having this. This is a, this is UK pressing. Came out in 2006. Ain't that something? I remember when this came out. I had only been living in Maryland for about a year and a half. 2006, man, that's 15 years ago. Holy shit. But anyway, I think it was easier to digest this having it on 4 separate sides. And it wasn't that bad. It was actually, I actually liked listening to it. And then this came out. And I said, oh, wow. I didn't even go and sample any of these tracks beforehand. I just ordered the album. And the first one I got was this package, which is, it's a big fat package, man, because it's actually 3 records. And I'm going to show you what I got here. All right, here's the inner sleeve for the first album. It's a nice, beautiful import on Polydor. And of course, it's colored vinyl. And in fact, I think, is this a 45? Yeah, it says 45 speed. And you get 3 songs. All this music must fade. Ball and chain, and I don't want to get wise. Detour. Side B is Detour, which I think is kind of cool. The Who, they used to be the Detours. Beads on One String, Hero Ground Zero. And these songs are pretty good. I mean, this album was kind of the songwriting is really much better than even Endless Wire or even It's Hard. All right, here's the inner sleeve for the second record. And look, kids, look what else you can get your hands on, your filthy paws on. Yeah. Add these outstanding LPs to your collection if you haven't already. All right, so anyway, so that first record was blue. Second one is white. Here, Street Song and I'll Be Back. And then side 2 is Break the News, Rockin' in Rage, and She Rocked My World. Pretty awesome. So you get these high fidelity sounding records because they're actually 45s. All right. And this package came with with a 10-inch record. Were you aware of this? Oh, shit. It's just cool, man. Look at this. 10-inch record. Nothing on the label, right? So sound. This is side A. Son of a bitch, this is so wild. Now, I can't remember what the songs are on here. So let me... I think it's... No. Oh, man. I cannot even remember. I can't remember what they are. Shit. I think there's a couple of demos, but I can't recall what it is. See, I like this. I think that's kind of cool. I'm gonna have to find out what the hell it is and pull this out and play it again. But here, let's put this top of here. There, it seems to fit better that way. I don't know why. All right. So anyway, this 3-record set, man, I just could not. I remember when this was advertised, and I said, "Oh, I'm getting that. Sorry, I'm getting it." I was apologizing to my wife because, you know, she doesn't like all this stuff. Me, I like it. And okay. So funny, I can't remember what's on that little record. All right, here is another version of the album. God, we're about 1 minute, an hour and 45 minutes, just about. Here's the inner sleeve. Another import pressing. All right. Isn't that sweet? Wow. Oh, I was going to say, Pete's face looked a little fat when I was looking at it. Closer up, I could see it's not fat. It's Pete. Pete Townshend. Hello. All right, and another import Polydor pressing, but this one, come on. Look at this, right? Now I'm going to flip it over. And look at that. Come on. Look at this. Is that sweet or what? So, there it is, man. This is my Who collection as it stands today. I don't have the movie soundtrack to Quadrophenia. I saw that there was a really cool pressing of it out. And I wanted to get it, and I just said, you know what? I don't know. I don't think I can justify the cost for some poorly edited versions of Quadrophenia songs, and then at least one side, it's just one side, right? Or is it two sides of old British singles? I don't know. I don't know. Green Onions. And I love the song Green Onions. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. Maybe I'll be doing a third video in about a year. But anyway, I just thought this was too cool to pass up. And the music is actually really good. And I guess, you know, when I really want to just sit and listen to the album, I'll pull this out. And I guess I'll have to pull this one out for that 10-inch record and to remind myself, what the hell are those tracks? So that's it, man. It's been under an hour and 45 minutes. I hope that if you're sleeping, wake up. I apologize if I knocked you out. But at any rate, this was a lot of fun for me to go through my collection. I hope that if you are a Who fan, I hope you enjoyed checking it out. And if you didn't, I'm sorry. But I'll see you for the next video for maybe Todd Rundgren. I know I'm supposed to do a video for one of my viewers. All these box sets. I don't know, man, if I'm going to get to it. John, I apologize. Is it John Contreras? I apologize if I got your name wrong, too. And I know I'm supposed to do that for you, but I haven't done it yet. I apologize. Anyway, this has been long enough. Have a great day, or have a nice night, or good night. Have a nice sleep. If you're still sleeping, if you're in a coma, I apologize. See you later.